it, the brain of a dead man, waiting to live again in a body I made with my own hands. With my own hands.
You know, I can vividly remember the first time I saw Frankenstein. I was babysitting for my younger brother. We had both agreed to go to sleep nice and early, and of course we stayed up late to watch the scary movie. Then came the challenge. Could we go to sleep after watching Frankenstein? Frankenstein holds an eerie power over us today. It's a classic because it set the standard for horror films to come, and because 6 decades after it was first released, it can still make some children and a few grown-ups a little concerned about going to sleep after watching it. Frankenstein was released in 1931, and it substituted the movie horrors for the very real horrors of the Depression. Henry Frankenstein's laboratory, the angry howling monster, the interaction between the monster and the man who created him. We can see echoes of these and other images from this movie in Predator, Terminator, Darkman, RoboCop, and many more to this day. As you watch Frankenstein, notice how gentle the filming is compared to today's efforts. We barely see the monster kill anybody. Most of the violence is off-screen. Look at this classic scene. Dr. Frankenstein's fiancée, her friend, and his old professor have barged in on his laboratory in time to see the final step in his experiment. This is powerful movie making because all the elements, the directing, acting, set design, and sound effects aim us in one direction to make us feel the mystery and the madness of scientific discovery.
It's alive! Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
What I find absolutely charming about this film is how human the monster seems. Boris Karloff was tenderly expressive in his clumsy way, especially when he was grateful for a flower from a little girl or yearning for the light in Frankenstein's laboratory. He is not a purely evil killing machine like today's Terminator or Predator. In the end, the film offers this memorable mob scene, which has been repeated with only a few variations in many subsequent films. The villagers searching for the monster, torches lit, dogs straining at the leash, and it ends with the classic battle on the windmill between Dr. Frankenstein and the monster he created. But even here, there is sympathy for the monster who is so desperately afraid of fire. Steeped in ancient myths, borrowing set designs from German silent films, exploring the sin of pride, telling a story with economy, Frankenstein still delights us today. These days, I can watch Frankenstein all the way through without closing my eyes once, but that's because I've seen so many recent movies that are far bloodier and more specific and, frankly, not as good. Frankenstein is movie as myth-making, those shadows on the laboratory wall, the man walking with his dead daughter through the German town of dancing celebrants, the monster who was once a man and who now evokes terror and sympathy in us. Frankenstein lives because it delivers shock and fear with restraint. I'm Norman Mark for American Movie Classics.
What a world-astounding collaboration we should be, you and I, together. Alone, you have created a man. Now, together, we will create his mate.
Boris Karloff returns.
Woman. Friend. Yes. I want friend.
Elsa Lanchester co-stars in an AMC exclusive Bride of Frankenstein, premiering Saturday, February 16th, only on AMC.
This is Al Jasbo Collins. It's time for another classic movie moment from AMC. The year is 1932. Scarface and Frankenstein were thrilling audiences. And Maurice Chevalier was thrilling the ladies in a picture called Love Me Tonight. Here's Maurice Chevalier with a song he made famous from that film, Mimi.
Mimi, you funny little good for nothing, Mimi, am I the guy? Mimi, you sunny little honey of a Mimi, I'm a high. Mimi, you got me sad and dreamy, you could free me if you'd see me, Mimi. like to have a little son of a Mimi bound by. Mimi, you're funny little good for nothing. Mimi, am I the guy? Mimi, you a sunny little honey over Mimi. Ah, baby, hi. Mimi, you got me sad and dreamy. You could free me if you'd see me, Mimi.
Look for Love Me Tonight, coming soon on AMC.
Of all the aristocrats in ancient Florence, one name rang clear.
Benvenuto Cellini.
So you are Cellini.
Cellini did it. Cellini again? What's he done now?
Poet, fighter, and lover.
You know that I'm mad about your hair, your eyes. You know that I'm jealous that nature and not I created you.
Where are you going to find another Cellini? Another master?
Fay Wray and Frederick March star in Gregory LaCava's Affairs of Cellini, premiering February 14th on AMC.